At the 9-yard line.
Here's Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Now Zerline on and the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11th. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll run on first down. Mitchell. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Now the Niners get there and bring him down. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott, this to Jarwin. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 27. Throwing, Prescott, letting one go deep for the end zone. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 27 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this.
After you
So take away the touchdown there, as that's going to be ruled an incomplete pass. On second down, it's Elliott. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And this time they were ready for him, as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Here's Prescott. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Coming up on 2nd and 7. On play action, now Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And out across midfield, down to the 45.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And they're going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Looking to throw, Prescott. Completes it right side to Cooper. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. Again, it's Cooper as he makes the catch. Touchdown! Dak Prescott hooking up with Amari Cooper. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Now Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. It's complete. And he is not going to be able to break free as they wrap him up right at the line of scrimmage. And the try for 2 is going to come up empty. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Niners ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? So we come upon halftime, and what's a 12-point game? And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with his sack.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Garoppolo now. Taking a shot for Samuel. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. On 1st down, Garoppolo. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
On 2nd and 10, Garoppolo taking a shot for Samuel. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. The penalty is a result of that hit there.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Garoppolo again. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Prescott now. Oh, it stays up. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, Dak's throw taken in by Cooper here. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And again, it's Prescott. The tight end Jarwin with it out on the left side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. From the red zone now, Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end Jarwin. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 48, and to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go to Elliott again. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. So now Dak Prescott off, Greg Zuerlein on for the field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute. And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points. After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all. Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down? Play action, Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31. And the Cowboys are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Prescott on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A 1st down throw for Prescott. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Finding room to the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. The ball on the 8 still could get a 1st down technically. 2nd and 7. Again, it's Elliott. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up of 3. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll run for it with Pollard, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, a 5-yard touchdown run, and the Cowboys continue to pour it on. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And he'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Now Garoppolo. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what.
Now Garoppolo lost the football, and the Cowboys have recovered.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack.
And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I notice you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Here we go.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing here, Prescott. We'll go right back to Lamb. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Prescott from the gun. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for two in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No. Okay.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the saddle.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points. Continually.
Look, I played the game. Your way and move bad with their parents. I see the canvas, I got the brush in my hand, the colors are mixing.